AFK 2 seconds. Let me use the bathroom.
I don't think I played on Rust Belt. Is it a dark map?
Kind of. It's in caves, most of it.
Officer Martinez, 4342.
Dark enough for a flashlight, too bright for MVGs.
Really surprised they haven't put the Chris Super V in this game.
Does that say Chow?
Officer Cooper, please call desk.
The funny thing about that is that this is basically a parody of LAPD, and they basically do just that. It's like NYPD just running over people. Crazy. They create widows and orphans due to the collateral damage because they can't shoot for shit. Judging by all the fucking body cam footage I see coming out of those areas. I got hired for Amazon, so that's exciting. Probably gonna start doing that next week or something.
You are cleared to move and secure the premises. Watch it.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I got team killed.
Let's restart it.
Yeah, I got team killed.
Element to top.
You got team kill? You shot in the back?
Yeah, I think someone domed me in the back of the head.
Talk to entry team. Entry team, negotiations have fallen apart. Move to secure the premises.
Yeah, they fucking. I guess they're desperate for people because they just called me like, "Hey, here's a job. You can do this."
Police, hands up!
Cool. Then you're hired. Fill out these forms. We're like, okay.
Police, get down! Raise your hands above your head! Hands up!
Don't shoot.
Look into the right barn.
I won't hurt you. Civilian restrained. Entry team to talk. Civi's ready.
Talk to element. Roger, entry team.
No, 18.50 an hour. We'll see how it goes. Like how I get shot in the leg and I'm like,
Get down, now! Police, hands in the air!
this dude has buckshot in the heart and he's still kicking.
Suspect is ready. Talk.
LSPD!
One in custody.
Talk to entry team. Copy.
LSPD, don't move! LSPD! Police, hands up! Put your hands up and get down!
Can light out.
Put your hands up now! Get hands down. Up! Put your hands up! LSPD, don't move! Slowly, get down on the ground! Get down and don't move!
Element to talk. This is talk. Roger. Trailers en route.
Damn. Took that guy's fucking face off. Jesus. Yeah, he lived. AI and fucking Ready or Not can be a little goofy sometimes, and yet they can do that shit.
LSPD!
Entry team to talk.
That buckshot should have destroyed that guy, but the fuck do I know?
Affirmative, entry team.
Going right tunnel.
Lead to talk. Contact out.
This is talk. Roger that, entry team. Tag him and keep moving.
Yeah, they're real dumb. Some of the AI mods fixed that, but I guess this host isn't running any of those.
Police! Police, get down!
It's like if someone pushes you, you immediately go through an instantaneous acid trip for no reason. It's another thing that's really annoying. Their whole stunned effects or suppression effects is really stupid. Or when somebody runs up on you, your weapon goes low ready instead of just jamming the barrel into their guts. It's really annoying. Because the AI can just post up right into a wall and just shoot through it. Needs a lot of work.
Put your hands up and get on the ground!
Yeah, that mod needs to be updated.
Reloading.
But it is funny that people got so fed up with that guy that they just created a mod that crashes his whole game so people wouldn't have to keep joining his fucking sermons.
Talk reporting. Roger that. Medical assistance is standing by.
Last night I joined his server just to see what it was he was saying. I knew it was some like preachy bullshit,
Talk reporting. Copy that.
but it sounded like the dude was like listening to a podcast in his car.
There's one to the right, one on the left.
Fucking Watch Dogs on YouTube or something, that guy. I mean, I guess it's kind of working. He's getting attention. I don't think it's the attention he wants, but
And under our control.
yeah.
Talk to entry.
I guess he does it in Among Us too, I guess.
Keep it up.
Forces behind
Someone
you.
said that on Reddit. He does it in other games.
Hands
Put a
up!
C2 on it.
But the game got updated to Unreal Engine 5 with the DLC, I believe, so we have to wait for the mods to be updated.
Pushing in.
Arms out!
Oh, you knocked him over.
Talk reporting. Roger that, entry team. Tag him and keep moving.
Oof.
Talk
Nice.
to entry team. Roger. Trailers
Smoked
inbound.
that guy.
Suspect is down, but breathing.
Talk to element. Copy. EMTs and trailers are standing by.
Two tangos down.
What the fuck? Did he just instant die or did he leave? He left. Oh, that sucks.
Talk to entry team.
The guy I was spectating just left. It's just you two now.
Oh, was it? Yeah.
Your voices are behind you.
They're already shooting you through the walls. That's cute. There's one to your left, or right, rather.
Stand down. We can't afford mistakes like that.
I thought you said it was just us two.
It was.
No, I just shot a friendly.
What?
All right. Let's
Okay.
restart this.
I couldn't spectate Barack, so I thought he died or left.
I died. That was the first one dead through that door.
Sorry about that.
What friendly was there? It was just you and Alto. That's all I could spectate.
Nope. It told me I whacked him, and apparently he was up.
There was 5 of us, and there were 2 of us down. I thought there were only 2 at first, and then I was scrolling through it, but after I fucking shot him, the third.
Well, alrighty then.
This is talk.
Another bug to the list, I guess.
Yeah. I guess we stay stacked together and not branch off. Maybe it
In
doesn't
the
happen
tunnel.
again.
Once one person disappears, everyone.
Slowly, get down on the ground! Down on the ground! Hands up!
I hear one in that barn to the right.
Drop the weapon now! LSPD!
Moving your farm on the right.
You're endangering this operation. Watch yourselves.
Lead to talk. Threat is down.
Jesus
Talk
Christ.
reporting.
Fallout London. I forgot about that. I'll look into that again.
Yes, I killed the civilian.
Rip.
Talk to element. Ready. Copy.
He doesn't have a
EMTs and
face.
trailers are standing by.
Must have hit him really good.
Element to talk.
This is
We have a
talk.
suspect down here.
There's
You're
enough
10.
red
Jason,
tape
let's get
as
something
is.
secure.
Control yourselves.
I told him to get down. He didn't get down.
They're not supposed to be here anyway.
Are they really civilians?
Technically, they're aliens.
Police, get down! Get down! Put your hands up! LSPD, don't move!
These shotguns have range. Yeah, they have range, but they do be kind of goofy sometimes.
To entry team. Great work.
Like that guy I blasted in the chest with this, he lived. I shot a guy once in the leg with the 45 here, the USP, and he died like 2 seconds later.
Talk to entry team.
I must have hit an artery.
Chemlight.
I'm post up by the tunnel door.
All right. Stacked on you.
Put your hands up now!
One tunnel, right?
Raise your hands above your head!
Going left.
Copy that.
Hands in the air!
Yeah, we're all standing behind.
Yeah.
Don't run! Hands up!
Get down! Get down now!
Put your hands up! I want you to get down slowly!
Entry team to talk. Contact down.
Hands on your head, move!
Voice is behind the door.
Hold.
Lead to talk. Down.
Talk to entry team. Affirmative.
You see, it's like that. I shot that guy in the leg and he died, but
All
the
good.
guy shot right in the fucking heart. You can reload ADS. It's just kind of weird.
That guy face down in the water.
He's dead.
I say we push right. I know we just. Let's regather right. Alright. Man has no arm.
Element to talk.
Yeah. Took a bunch of buckshot to it.
To entry team.
Going through the side tunnel.
Copy that. We're on your 6.
At least the flashlight can act like as a little reticule. That's nice.
Hands up, don't move! Slowly, get down on the ground!
Element to talk. They're down.
Talk reporting.
Reticle?
Roger, entry team. Notifying medical.
Reticule?
Oh, his voice is on the other side too.
Yeah, I hear 2 to the left. It's probably 1 dead ahead too on the dock.
I'm gonna open it when you guys are ready.
Go.
One moved right, one to the left.
Entry team to talk.
It's on the other side of the double doors. It's
Talk
coffin.
reporting. Copy that, entry team. Notifying morgue.
Got him.
Suspect cuffed and secure.
Talk. Suspect down. In need of 10. Good to go.
This is
He
talk.
lived somehow.
Copy. Clean house and we'll take them out.
Look at the boat.
Entry team to talk. I'll bag it.
Still some baddies left somewhere.
Show me your hands now! Hands on your head, do it now!
Don't move!
Alright, this is clear. This is where we came from.
Dropping a light.
Alright, this door's locked over here.
Guy right on the other side of it.
Door. Yep.
Hands up! Get down, I want to see hands!
It's to the left.
Door left. Got coffin on the inside. know when you guys are good.
Put your fucking
Police,
hands up!
don't move!
And that's what I mean about going through an instant acid trip as soon as they fucking hit you.
Over here, come back to you.
Q. Ridicule. Ridicule.
Get down!
I'll play High on Life a little bit later. I finally got a good crew to play with, so I want to take advantage of it while they're online.
I think I heard it.
Aren't any traps on this mission? There used to be. It doesn't seem like there's traps on any mission now. Because I think they got rid of the mission selection. Because some of them you had hostage rescue, some of them you had just had barricaded suspects. But it seems to be random. I haven't,
Roger that.
since the DLC, I haven't seen any traps on any map.
Lead to talk. One down.
But I've also been mostly playing DLC maps. I've only
Get down and put
did a
your hands up.
single run through of the other one since the update, so.
Police, get down!
Element to talk. Contact is down.
LSPD,
This
don't
is
move!
talk. Copy that, entry team. Notifying trailers.
Try to get up.
Get on the ground!
Different types of mission. Yeah, I hope they do. Because there were missions that were never even available to begin with, but they were just like grayed out.
Talk to entry team. Copy that. Put them on safe and let them hang. Great job.
I thought I got S tier on this map before. A plus, that's it. I could have sworn I S tiered all the vanilla maps. We had a crew of like 8 people just using the fucking the pepper ball assault rifle with gas grenades and the gas grenade launcher. Fucking easy mode. You just gas them out and you beat the shit out of the terrorists until they drop their guns. Just melee them until they drop the weapon.
What map you guys want to do?
Let's do the hospital.
All right, sounds good.
Chief Alvarez, please call switchboard. Chief Alvarez, please call switchboard.
Let's see. Pump up the jam. Pump it up.
I'm gonna change my weapon real quick. Shotguns don't usually do too well in hospitals.
IRL. No, let's go with the IRL kit. I don't know why I have a shield on. Oh, so I don't get shot in the back.
That would never happen.
Here we go. This is about as close as I can get to my actual rifle and pistol that I have. Or used to have anyway. I sold my rifle. This is close enough, I guess. I have an MMP 45, same round count. And an AR-15. Just generic, run-of-the-mill shit. Little baby red dot flashlight and that MVG grip. What is it fucking called? Starts with an M. Magpul, I think. Medical Center. Yeah, Medical Center is good because it's the whole map now. It's not just, you know, you used to have like 2 sections of the hospital, but it's the whole thing.
It's been months since I've played this game in any length. Most of my friends hate it. I actually enjoy it.
It's because the AI is garbage sometimes.
See, that's why I like it. Not the garbage, I just like the complexity of it.
I think AI overhaul mod is finally updated. That makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
They don't fucking 360 no-scope you through 5 layers of walls.
Officer Roberts, please call
A game that has a similar problem is fucking Ground Branch with the aimbot AI. It's like fucking... It's like all these games with AI enemies looked at Arma 3 and there's like, we like how those bots can spot someone 1,000 yards out with iron sights with an M16 and just pop them in the head.
Let's say we keep the same routine of everybody's things stacked together.
That'll work. Like I say, I'm immediately going to go through the right side door. That's my always go-to. I hate going through the main doors.
But you have the shield. I'll let you take lead.
It's more so I don't get shot in the back.
Understandable.
Which, at least they got that right. It actually protects you when you're not equipped. Where's the 5th guy? Oh, it's Alta. Well, a little slow there in the... Ooh. Now I have like fucking 4 different email addresses to deal with for work and shit. I look like the random civilian that just joined in on the SWAT team for no fucking reason. I'm a jump out boy. I just rolled up in my clapped out 2.5 Nissan Altima.
Rolling in without any body armor.
No, they changed it. Oh, I thought they did. No, I guess not. I don't know.
I think they were in the middle of doing it when the round started. Oh,
That's pretty ballsy.
Yeah.
I lost my chat for OBS.
I'm not that big.
Talk reporting.
There we go.
Entry team suspects have taken refuge in the area.
I look like the lawyer from Vice City.
Move in.
There's a
Go first.
I'm going to this right side, staff only.
Gonna stack up on you. Oh.
Police, get down!
Someone in this room.
Police, don't move! Police, hands up!
Right in front of this door too.
Quit! Hands up, don't move!
Entry team to talk. Talk.
Talk reporting.
Suspect down.
Copy,
Wounded.
entry
Good to go.
team. Notifying trailers.
Dropping a light.
Get down and don't move! Get on the ground, now! You're gonna be okay. I didn't do anything wrong!
Talk. Civilian restrained and ready for transport.
Talk to element. Roger, entry team. Great work. Keep going.
Can I crouch? There we go.
Hands up, do it now!
Slowly, get down on the ground!
Fucking scared me. That dude just staring at me. Jesus Christ.
down now!
It's to the left somewhere.
Behind the pillar.
LSPD, get down! Get down!
One down.
Put your hands up!
I'll get this nurse.
Stay calm. We'll get you out of here.
This is Talk. Roger that.
Everything is covered. Good to go.
Lawyer from Biz. Did I mention already I can get the Hawaiian shirt from Tommy Vercetti? There's a mod for that, but it crashes the game. It needs to be updated.
I want you to get down slowly!
Lights stick out.
Check this bathroom here first.
Chem light.
Alright, going upstairs. Who's the lawyer, though? The lawyer. That's the guy with the longish hair with the big glasses on, right? The classic 80s glasses. The one that betrays Tommy near the mid-game.
Found people napping on the job.
Right. Sleeping. Got it.
More people sleep.
LSPD, hands up!
Chem light out.
Hands up! Drop your hands up! Do it now!
Fucking god, hate these doors.
Yeah, I know. They need different sections of the door to be able to do different second things.
Raise your hands above your head!
Got one bomb.
His hands are above his head.
Hands in the air! Don't run! LSPD, hands in the air! Hands up!
Still alive in there.
Lead to talk. Got one down. Suspect is ready.
Talk to all of you. Affirmative, entry team.
Don't know how he lived from that. But alright.
Entry team to talk. Got a suspect down here.
Talk to entry team. Roger, entry team.
We-
Affirmative, entry team. EOD notified.
fatality.
Affirmative, entry team. EOD notified. Continue with your mission.
He wasn't a doctor.
Dropping a light.
It's the first time I've seen them shoot out those windows.
Yeah. The AI's getting kind of crazy.
Suspect down.
Wish I could repack mags. That'd be nice.
Ugh, that'd be, yeah. We'll pick up their weapons. I don't think it's allowed, but
LSPD, don't move!
Hands up now! Drop to your knees! Get down on your knees!
On you, lady.
it's the wrong button.
Talk to entry team.
I'm a defuse.
Roger that, entry team.
There's someone to the right out at these two doors.
Talk
Don't
reporting.
open it till I'm done with this stuff. Really getting caught with your pants down.
Talk reporting. Area safe from bomb threat.
Rosenberg, yeah, the guy you meet him on like the first mission, yeah. He's on the strip by the beach, I remember.
Hands on your head, down, unresponsive.
Talk reporting. Copy that, entry team. No
That AI shot me through the wall from all the way back over there. You believe that shit? It's like bullet penetration works for AI, but not for players.
Contact.
It's very annoying.
talk to entry team.
And then this gun, the gun that this guy's using, this Daniel Defense
Best on.
300 blackout, fucking PDW, that thing has... Alta, what the fuck was that?
Air trigger.
I think I should spectate this guy. But yeah, that fucking little PDW has insane amounts of recoil on it, which makes no fucking sense.
Let me see those hands. Get down on your knees. Get down.
This guy's working the the UMP-45.
Help me.
What does this guy have? Just a
Civilian cup
M4.
for evac.
Talk to element.
How does a t-shirt mod? Because every time the game updates, the asset for the t-shirt changes. And so if the mod doesn't update with the new game version, then it can cause conflicts and that'll just crash the game. Because it's...
This is talk.
The fuck?
We no longer have control of the situation. Fall back.
He just one-tapped all of us. What the fuck?
That was Rambo.
I was gonna say, sounded like he had a suppressor. Didn't realize they had suppressors on this map. I didn't hear any gunfire. Alrighty then.
I feel like trying Rust one more time. I don't think I gave that one my all. I definitely need a new primary though.
I'm gonna do my Lord's caliber. Where is it? There it is, right there. Ballistic mask. I can't see my fucking sweet shades. Helmet only. I guess I could wear the helmet. But just my Kevlar. On a map with fucking cartel members that have... Is this a Kimber? Why do I have a Kimber? Well, I guess it's the closest thing to a 1911 this game has. The M45 is okay. I think the modern version. Well, let's see that. The M45A1. Oh, this one can have a muzzle. There's the M45. I dig it. Why does this have... Oh, that was weird. We'll go with this, actually. We'll use that one instead. Oops, hold up. If I could put this on. Having fun at the gun range. You should add a Texas star at the gun range. That'd be a nice touch.
Yes, it would.
Oh! How did that miss? Excuse me? Oh. Imagine bringing the SA-58 for some gangsters. Fucking done it before. I mean, they have AK-47s, M14s sometimes.
At least this time everybody has body armor.
Well, I mean, I have Kevlar.
I got shot in my face. So it didn't matter.
Someone
Hey,
likes
hey.
to party.
Don't be negative.
Do you remember the movie The Other Guys? No, I don't watch anything with Mark Wahlberg or Will Ferrell in it. I don't think either of them are funny.
Who was the last one today?
I think the last Will Ferrell movie, God, I don't even remember. It was years before his Step Brothers even came out.
Talk to
And Mark Wahlberg, he's just kind of cringe.
Negotiations have fallen apart. Move to secure the premises.
Negotiations
Suspects
fell
are highly
apart. Then,
volatile.
then do civilians really matter at that point?
Look, it's the wall! Alright,
Resistance
boys.
is futile.
Now!
Get down and put your hands up!
Ground now!
Nah, I'm gonna move clear.
I shot him. I don't care.
How much? This only has 8 rounds.
Down here.
LSPD!
To element.
Good to go.
Notifying medical.
Boy, can someone just shoot that guy?
I hear crying somewhere.
Talk reporting.
Guy-
Roger that.
Yeah, but he's dead.
Medical assistance
Said
is
he was
standing by.
deceased.
He might be
Oh, yeah.
dying out.
Yeah.
Or just those involuntary noises dead bodies make sometimes.
But that was
Yep.
usually gas.
On Cheriessa Farm. Oh, yeah. I haven't played that map in ages.
Yeah, lion put up
The right arm of the free world used against you. For real.
Dropping a light.
shots.
We're inside.
Another screamer.
Element suspect is incapacitated.
Talk reporting. Copy. EMTs and trailers
Got 'em
are
all zipped
standing by.
Keep your hands up
Lights
and
stick
get
out.
down.
Alrighty. Ready to poke in the tunnel.
Talk to entry team. Roger that.
Alright.
Trailers
I think
are
any
on route.
308 is going to hurt a lot.
Boy, here we go tunneling.
Alright, we're all tunnel buddies now. Let's go.
Going right.
Going left.
Alright.
Really wish you
Show
could
me your
knock out
hands
lights.
now!
Get down. I want to see hands.
I'm going left tunnel.
Get your hands up.
Yeah, we're all staying stacked up, so.
Fucking threw a grenade.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh. We're all going together. Which way then?
We'll go
Chem light
left.
out.
Follow you.
Alright.
Chem light.
Well, looks like I'm the fat kid in the back.
Either you'll be the last to die, or you're shot in the back. One of the two.
True.
Who needs armor when you got shields?
Can't put his hands up if he has no hands.
Entry team to talk. Contact is down. Do it now. Zipped up and good to go.
Talk to entry team. Copy that, entry team. Notifying morgue.
There's someone on the other side of this door to the left.
Well, shooting the throat.
I'm watching to the left, just in case.
I'm watching right.
Hands in the air! Don't run!
Police, hands in the air.
All right, let's pull up.
He ran.
LSPD, don't move!
Get down. I Put your hands up now.
Shutting the door
Put your
behind us.
hands where
I think he ran.
Put your hands up and get down slowly. Police, don't move. Hands up. Suspect cuffed and secured.
Yeah, there's people behind this door on the right.
Alright, I'll... Give me a second. I'm going to try to nade over it, and you can push it as soon as if I can successfully nade over it.
Police, hands in the air!
Alright, nade's over.
Nice. Holy shit! It just fucking. Alright, that's one way to do it.
But we're not keeping anyone alive.
How can I not open a door
Affirmative,
without...
entry team.
Not you, I was talking about the guy who I shot. He was whining.
Police, don't move!
I'm in this main corridor. Oh, I could just peek them and then push doors open.
Alright, wait, we got 4 out of 5. Where's our 5th?
I'm hanging out in this big room at the end of the hallway.
Alright. You want us to stack on you, or do you want to come to us?
I'll come to you guys.
Alright. Anybody got a camera? Or no? Ah, your flashlight's blinding my nuts.
Oh, that just leads to where we came from.
Oh, okay. Well, let's go the other door then.
Yeah.
I don't play this game that often to know where everything goes, so...
Imagine if the shield could break. There was... I thought the glass part could break eventually.
Should have a secret door that goes to Narnia.
I'm taking this right hallway.
Alright, stacking up on you. Heard voices behind that door.
LSPD, hands up!
LSPD.
I'm gonna push it open.
Raise your hands above your head!
Reloading. Yeah, there's more voices behind that other door.
One down.
Talk reporting.
Suspect ready to go.
Ooh, Jesus Christ.
Wish you would die a little quieter.
Hands in the air.
Contact down.
Talk to entry team.
I think I hear someone on this door here.
Notifying medical.
Yeah, to the left.
Yep. Line back.
Another door. It's locked. I don't know if anyone's... Yeah.
I'm picking the lock. Door's ready.
Hey!
He's right there. Well, no, he's not.
Get down and put your hands up!
Entry team to talk.
Threat is down.
Talk to entry team. Roger that. Continue with your mission.
Get down, now!
I can't open the door.
It's the one on the left. You ready?
Alright, this one's clear. That's where we came from.
Alright, let's pull back.
I got a door over here.
Wait, we're getting separated. Stack back up. There's 3 of us in here. Go, 2 of the guys that went in that big room come back.
Yeah, there's no chem light over here. I don't think we were this.
Yeah, that's where we came from.
Alright. Yep, stack back up. Oh, we got 4 out of 5. Where's our 5th? Oh,
I'm coming.
coming. Alright, just want to make sure.
Don't worry.
Well, I killed a
LSPD!
teammate because accidentally didn't know we had the 3rd one. I was told it was just 2
Oh,
of us.
I've done that too. Don't worry.
Prefer not to lose somebody.
And it was totally on accident too.
Oh yeah, well, I was told there were only 2 of us, and I saw a barrel, and I shot. After
Smoke
that
'em.
point, there were only 2 of us.
Alright, time for the boat.
Permission to full auto
Sure.
indoors.
Dropping a light.
I don't need my eardrums.
Light stick out.
Alright, I'm stacking up on the double doors of the boat.
Copy that. I think we are all here.
Direct front. As soon as I open the door, get ready.
Police, get down!
Lead to talk. Got a suspect down.
Entry team to talk.
Talk
Got a
to
suspect down.
Copy, entry team. Proceed with mission.
One suspect. Zipped up and good to go.
This is talk. Copy. Take them out.
I got it.
Hot damn. There we go.
Talk reporting. Copy that. Put 'em on safe. Good mag. Great.
Good work, team.
That's the best I've ever done. Usually, somebody screws up somewhere.
Shot through but not break. Yeah, I thought I used to be able to break. The shield would just shatter on you, but I guess they got rid of that effect. What if you had to actually yell commands instead of your character doing it? There was a game like that. God, I forget what it was called, though. I'm pretty sure some of the later SOCOM games you could actually use real voice commands.
Well, that was fun, gents. I gotta get going.
Alrighty. Well,
Feel free to add me if you want. I gotta get going.
what's your Steam?
It should just be Lady, and it has the. Should be able to see it in. Hold on. Let me see what yours is. Should have a picture of the Doom guy.
There, I put my Steam friend code in the chat there.
All right, sweet.
Oh, it'd be nice to have a solid crew to play with. SOCOM was the fucking shit. I mean, being able to control your AI,
Pop
guys.
it up one more time. I don't know if I screenshot it.
If you type K, it'll pop it up for you.
Okay, all right. I got it. All right. I'll send you one. Thanks.
Peace. Alrighty, well, just wanted to do a couple rounds of that. We'll switch to, what do you call it? High on Life now. Can I change my game in YouTube? Is that a thing I can do? There you go. There. SOCOM unlocked core memories. Yeah, for real. All right, let me close down Steam so it doesn't hijack my controller. Oop, shit. I think I may have closed OBS on accident. Uh-oh. Oh, there it goes. I did close it, but I didn't exit out. I minimized it. Where's fucking DS4 Windows? Where art thou? There you are. Let me plug my controller in. I don't care about @bar. I deleted that shit. Fuck off, Windows. Alrighty, high on life. Give follow-up. You know what? That's actually a good idea. Let me do that. I forgot about it again until you said that. Let me get that going. Let me see if I can even get it. Imagine I have to probably pay for it. Following is free on GOG. Ugh. So I first have to downgrade the game. Okay, this is going to be a process. Let's just fucking do this then. Careful what you wish for, son. This is going to be London downgrader. Turns all additional. Okay. Let me do this. Gotta bust open the mod organizer. Let's do Vegas. I need a... How do I switch between Vegas and Fallout 4? I don't know. Manage instances. Is it this one? There it is. Switch. Yes. Okay, I have all of these mods on. Profile, manage, create, FO for mods. There we go. Actually, I want to copy FO for mods. Fuck, I don't know which one is which now. Okay, you know what? Yeah, whatever, who cares? Copy that. FO for mods. Copy that. Transfer saves. Move. Yes. Thank you. Save. All right. Cooliosaurus Rex. Manage. Create. FO for London. Default. Game INI settings. Yes. There we go. Alrighty. I should be signed into Nexus Dick Butt. I think. Bro said it's easy. Yeah, I bet. SOCOMs, Conflict, Desert Storm, Brothers in Arms. I have all the Brothers in Arms. All of the Medal of Honors. Pretty sure I have all the Brothers in Arms games. Gonna close this out. So I heard they had good store and I brought them. Oh, yeah, right here. Earned in Blood, Hell's Highway, Road to Hill 30. Because I heard there were decent World War II games, even though they're severely outdated. But I don't know. I played 27 minutes of this one. Damn, this game can fit on a fucking cheap ass fucking flash drive. from Dollar General. Can you believe that? That's insane. Only 3 gigs. Damn, Daniel. Alright, don't look at my porn. Alright, if it shows up, don't say anything. It'll be our little secret. Contents of the downloaded files described below. In the same order you will find them in the zip file. There is also an optional file, which is just a downgrader. Don't use it unless you plan to create mods. I don't. Unless you plan to create mods, I don't. Wow, okay. Damn. Let's do optionals and add-ons. How much is it? Fucking 200 gigs or megabytes. What the hell? Oh, really? I'm a dumbass. I reached over to fucking take something off my computer that was rocking, and I fucking burnt my arm. Because I fucking put it right over my lit candle, of course. 3 megs. Once you download it through GOG, have to get GOG. Alrighty. Wow, look at that. They even have a banner. Cool. Galaxy. Hello, let me download this, please. Do this. Let me download the launcher. There we go. I rarely use GOG. Haven't used it in years. Tried the mod Skyrim yesterday, and they updated their interface and load order stuff, and after 3 failed attempts and immediate crashes, I gave up. Modding is hard. Modding is hard when you're locked behind console restrictions. It's easier on PC. Believe it or not, no matter what you saw, it is a bit easier. The hard part is finding mods that have actually been updated and are compatible. Because documentation isn't the best sometimes. I'm about to bust. Hold on a second. Pretty sure this is going to open my porn folder. Yep, sure does. That's cute. Alright, I don't need any of these in recent. Why are these here? Whatever. Yellow. There we go. Launch GOG Galaxy. C. Bitwarden open Sesame. Still has my GOG info in there. That's cool. Oh my god, that's so cool. Security code. Excuse me. Alrighty. You want to play that game, do you? Unbelievable. What the fuck? That's not... Hello? There. I don't care if anyone sees that. Who gives a fuck? Welcome to the Teach update. What the fuck did you just say to me? Owned games. 300. What? Oh, it's looking at all my Steam games too. I was gonna say. Jeez. Installed. Red Dead 2. Oh, there we go. Fucking settings. Xbox Live. Steam not connected. Let's connect it. Make my life easier. Yep. Do that. Steve, really? Ninja? You're gonna make me do this? Oh my goodness. No, don't show my passwords. What are you doing? Jeez. Oh my god, Steam Guard. Go away. Well, might as well just keep this tab open. Oh, Steam Guard. Doi. It uses the Steam app on my phone. I forgot I set that up. Hey, Steam. Oh, Billy. Show the code. Show the code. Give me the code. Let's do this right here. Fuck, hold on. I can't type fast enough. This work? Work, thought. I dare you. All right, let's get this opened. You know what we need? We need some Wii Shop music. The Best Fan. This guy does awesome reviews. Project Farm. He's really cool. Check him out. What do we got here? I'm getting distracted. I recognize that I'm getting distracted, but I'm too distracted to undistract myself, even though I'm aware that I'm being distracted. Excuse me? PT Cruiser, is it the best car ever made? Fuck no. What do you mean? What do you mean? eShop Music 10 hours. Here we go. Let's get copyright strike for the... God. Damn, that's loud. Is my fucking equalizer on? I think it is. Hold on. Oh, now it is. Damn, the bass. Alright, here we go. This is a vibe. No, don't want there. Let's put it to this one. Megabits. Why is it megabytes or kilobytes? Why not megabits, which is what internet is rated in? Fucking there. That'll do, I guess. Alrighty, let's go. Discover recent home. There it is. Wait, come back. There it goes. Yes, give me. Pay for your order now. Disco Elysium is $40 still? What? I already did this. Ah, fuck you. Is it not going to create its own folder in here? There we go. All right, while that's doing that, we can go ahead and do some of this. Let's do this first. The downgrader, grader. Bro warned that the London mod will randomly crash a lot, so frequent saves are your friend. That's the joy of modding, eh? Put in the path to your Steam folder. I believe it's this one. There it is. Excuse me? I don't like that. I don't like having to log into my Steam on a fucking downgrader. Like, why does it need the files? Let me make sure it hasn't already been downgraded, because I clearly remember doing this already. Why is this so fucking slow? It's on an SSD, damn it. So yeah, 110. One 1630. Is that what I have? 110-1630. Boom, baby. Already have it. Suck my wiener. Be gone, thought. Alright, downgrade is done. Coolio. Alrighty, stripped ESM. Boop boop. Boop 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 boop. Do do. Why is it sorted by fucking... Stop it. Get some help. No, I don't want that either. I don't want it separated by last week or whatever. Like, what is this? Windows. Stop it. Get some help. I don't fucking know how to have it not do that. I don't know why it's doing that. What does it want this? It's still separating it by today because it's in the downloads folder. That's why. Oh my god. I guess that would make sense, wouldn't it? All right, let me do this. There. Wow. This stripped ESM is incredibly unstable. For play, then why it reduces the reference count within the game. This is a workaround for loading London world spaces, which Fallout 4. This will easily hit the reference limit in the creation kit. Oh my god, really? Yeah. What do you want? I renamed the wrong fucking file. Shit. I'm a fucking dumbass bitch. I know. Pray. Okay. All out for ESM, where are you? There you are, right there. Look at you, so tasty. I'm so pretty, witty, and free. There we go. Found myself saying stop, get some help way more frequently in zombies now, so I appreciate that. You're welcome, dude. I'm always here to help, you know? Oh! Wait, don't... What? Launch it within the creation kit. I'm not modding the game though. Do not use while playing. What the fuck? Oh my god. These instructions should say only if you're gonna mod the game do this. Every day now, every day for 10 hours. But hopefully it's mostly residential areas, so it's pretty much just driving from house to house. I mean, we'll see. I don't know what my route's going to be. I have no idea. Fallout 4 Hexed ESM is similar to the Stripped, however, it is delocalized. This allows you to merge anything into the London world space, most prevalently nav mesh. Nav mesh is stored in a base form, which by default is locked from edits. If you wish to modify and merge nav mesh, you will need this file. Okay, we'll just jump to the recommended mods then, I guess. ENB. Oh, are you fucking shitting my clit right now? They're just links to the mods. I might already have them. Let's see. Can I control F? I cannot control F. ENB. I thought I already had that. That's under visual. Negative Ghost Rider. You do not have that one. Let's see if I do have any reverb and ambience. Buff out for Fallout 4 configuration tool. I'm assuming I don't have all these, so. The fuck is this shit? Oh my goodness. Alright, well. Start with you. Posting the binaries. Strictly prohibited. Why? Alright, that's done. I believe I could do this. Yes, and I'll download with this. Good. Okay, how big it is. That's what I want to know. File time. All right, cool. Let's reverb in that one. Let's get this one. Download. Just gonna have this open over here. Tab city bitch, tab city bitch, 10 tabs on my titties bitch. I should already have this one. But I'll download it again because now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure I deleted it. Enhanced blood textures. Sim settlements? Oh, Jesus Christ. Really? I'd rather not. Whatever, fuck it, why not? The master plan. All right. Fallout 4 manually. It doesn't tell me. Cool. What's wrong with Sim settlements? It's a pain in the ass to set up sometimes. And it's just huge. I mean, 200 megabytes on this site is gonna take a minute. By a minute, I mean like probably like an hour. As you can see, the download speed is very slow. See, look, half an hour for Sim settlements. Well, I guess once all these finish, it'll go up, but whatever. Pain in my dickhead. There are files in your overwrite mod directory. I don't give a shit. Suck my ass. Well, that's what I wanted for mods. What is this for? Navigate to the wrapper version folder contained within. Drag and drop the contents into your Fallout 4 root. Shift Enter. Okay. It doesn't tell me how do I get Fallout London to work though, and it's still downloading. Installing currently. It's fucking 33 gigs, jeez. But it isn't. Like, am I installing these mods to Fallout 4 or Fallout 4 London? I don't fucking know. And what do I launch? Alright, chill. Chill, okay? Chill. Take it easy. That's a bit much. Animal Crossing. Someone added cringe rain sounds to it, though. New Horizons. Music. There. Alright, whatever. This will work, I guess. Oh, it's an installer within an installer. That's cute. Alright, well. We're waiting on that. Played a lot of Dark Souls. Took 5 tries to get past the first boss. Well, you're not supposed to get past the first boss. Are you? I thought that was like what they do in fucking Elden Cock and Demon Cock, where they make you die to the first boss, so you spawn, or like Bloodborne as well, where it forces you to spawn in at wherever the hub is. Do those games have hubs? Actually, I don't think they do. Never mind. I think that's just a Bloodborne and Elden Ring thing. Greedy to Gwei. Get your bloodworms. Damn, okay, this song is kind of a vibe. Oh, dude, I found that fucking pair of overalls that fits me. Dude, I gotta tell you, them overalls are something else. I need like tailor-made overalls because I have a weirdly shaped body. Like, I'm fatter sitting down than when I am standing up. But I can't wear big and tall because I'm not tall, I'm just big. And you were right, I'm not 5'11". Unless I'm measuring myself wrong, I'm like 5'10". But I don't know how accurate that is. I think I might be getting shorter. That, or it could be my posture too, I guess. Oh, well, this Amazon job, it's 4/10, so I get 3-day weekends. Or 3 days off, I should say. It's probably going to be like work 2 days, off 1 day, work 2 days, off 2 days. It'd be interesting if it was like work, off, work, off, work, off, work. Just waiting for shit to download. The joys of modding. There we go. Everything's good. Good, good, good. Let's go ahead and do this number right here. All right, guess not. The master plan. Adds new scopes to the games while no vanilla mods are modified in any way. This adds the following scopes: combat scopes. Replaces vanilla scopes with see-through scopes. This has the following effect. Added to most weapon short scopes, replaced with a see-through style scope. Yeah, let's replace. Let's replace them. Install add-on patches for other weapon mods. Auto detect and select add-ons. Cool. Lens reflection. Yes, fuck that. Don't care. The ripple effect. I actually kind of like that. That ripple effect is like that little... You can see it in real life, like at a distance. Everything looks kind of hazy almost. Especially when it's really hot. In DS3, you have to pull the coiled sword, yeah. Well, you... That schedule is annoying. I would rather have it just be very consistent. 4 on, 3 off, 4 on, 3 off. I'm not going to worry about any of these. That's not a visual. This belongs under gameplay. Place everywhere. This is a tweak. I feel. Workshop rearranged. Same thing. It's a tweak. EBT basic. I don't know what that is. Enhanced blood texture. Okay. Leave that alone. Blood is surprisingly dark when it pours out of you, so we'll do a darker color. This would be a visual. Configuration tool. What would this be? gameplay, I guess. Wah, 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 wah. You and what army? So, master plan, see-through scope, sim settlements 2, place anywhere, workshop rearranged. These other ones aren't really. Where is that? Oh God. Oh no. Oh, Jesus Christ. There we go. Oh, here we are. The configuration tool. What? 7 drip, extract 2, creation tool. To go all the way down yonder. Take this, cut it, put it here. Paste. This all looks fine. Yeah, sure. I don't give a shit. All right, enough of that. Then there was this. Gonna fart. Gonna fart. Gonna fart. Oh, there we go. What's that called? XSC plugin loader. The plugin preloader. Where does that go? Tell me, where do you install? Give me your mother. Buff out 4. I don't think I'm using buff out 4. If I am, I completely forgot to install it. Yeah, buff out 4 isn't on here. Am I smoking penis? What happened? What happened? So I'll try it again. Oh, I'm gonna fart. I'm gonna fart. Oh, there we go. Mod manager download. Download, load. Good. Open this bitch up. This mod is already downloaded, started for this file. No. What do you mean it's already downloaded? This game's smoking penis. What the fuck? I've already had that installed already? Where is it? Oh, it's right there. Boop. Which means I should already have this preload bullshit installed too. Methinks. Put in your root Fallout 4 folder. Got it, Batman. Nope, I already have it. Cool. Don't give a shit. I don't care about ENB reshade and whatnot. That shit's kind of cringe. But I'll fucking do it anyway. Wait. What? Ooh. That was nice. That little chime there they just did. And a nice little reverb on it. Where did I put that? Right here? ENB and reshade. Where does that go? Here? Yeah. There we go. Alright, now what? How do I run this bitch? Ah, fucking flashbang. Jesus Christ. What do I just do this now? On how to install in Play Fallout London. This doesn't tell me how to install it, you motherfuckers. This just tells me what I already did. Play some Breath of the Wild music. Don't tell me what the fuck I can and cannot do, you goddamn son of a bitch. But you know I'm feeling in the mood for some Breath of the Wild music. So. BOTW ambiance. Nope. It's the cringe weather effects in it. There you go. Alrighty. I guess I just hit install. So if I do this, it's going to be very... I would basically have to reinstall Fallout 4. I don't know how I feel about that. Fuck it. Really, Ninja? Really? Access is denied? Suck my pre, bro. Installer. Run as administrator. Install. What the frick? Custom control map text. Access is denied. Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking pre all over this goddamn game, I tell you. Here we go. The fucking shitstorm begins. Am I gonna have to fucking move it to the same folder? What is this? Is Fallout 4 not installed on this? Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm in the... I fucking clicked too much. Fallout 4 custom control. Where is that? Let me do this. You ready for this shit? Boom. Bada bing, bada bang. Let's try this again. Fucking hallelujah. Look at that. Alright, now I gotta wait for this to get done. Processing files. What's going on Spotify? This is a song I got from an ad on Hulu. It's actually pretty decent. It's not bad. Is there a way I can change the way this looks? Negative Ghost Rider. Spotify is gay. Oh, well, while we wait for this. I got a new thing to upload or transfer over. Fucking filter, motherfucker. Oh my god. Wait, why are there so many files on this? There shouldn't be this many. This is like a couple of days worth of footage. Damn, it's been 10 days since I last rode the motorcycle. Norman Sands, who's that? Oh yeah, that's the guy you told me about at the gym. My memory card is full? I thought I deleted most of this shit on there. Okay, well. $1080p and it insta crashes. Fucking joy. Alright, well, it's broken already. That didn't take long. Not long at all. Couldn't find Fallout 4 EXE. Suck my pre, bitch. What do you mean? Am I really gonna have to redo everything? I'd rather not. Oh, Jesus. All my mods are in here, so I know which ones I need. So these ones. Maybe I could do this. Slap these there. Alright, so clear to play this, I'm going to have to do a fresh install of everything, so let me back up my mods folder so I don't have to re-download everything. And we'll reinstall it all. Hooray. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, they didn't tell me this. Ooh, Oh, I should just copy this whole folder. How big is this folder? Oh! Oh, okay. Okay. And now we wait. All right, well, I guess we'll 3 supplements that actually work. Every time I see all caps like that, I yell out the word in my head as I'm reading it. What have we got? Modding can be easy with the right documentation, but unfortunately, this thing said nothing about needing a fresh install. You'll see. Let's go to the FAQ. I don't care, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. Where does it fit in the timeline? Fallout 1 and 2. This is total 50 years before the events of 4. Cool. Don't care. Don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Don't care how guns in the UK affect combat. There will indeed be fewer guns. However, it's not due to the real world gun laws. Due to the point it diverges be close to World War II. It is likely that many of the gun restrictions in today's London simply never happened. That's true. People, you need to watch Peaky Blinders. That shit actually went down like that. Yeah, okay. Fuck. Is there a video? Oh, IGN did one. But suck my pre. I don't know.
What's up? I'm Troubleshoot. In my previous
What's up? I'm Troubleshoot. In my previous Fallout London video.
Fallout London using the
The way
manual
you
method
talk
of
is very
downloading
annoying.
all of the individual depots to downgrading Fallout 4. This
We
is
already know.
the
We already
steps.
know.
In the description down below, you'll find
We already
when
know.
it's done downloading, open it up and extract it in your
We
download
already know.
here. And there's only a few more things we need.
We already know.
So now done downloading. If we click play here, it'll open up the Fallout London installer. You can also get here by heading to install games, finding Fallout London, right-clicking, choosing manage installation and show folder. This is the same folder that we downloaded and set up manually in the previous video. Everything from the installer to the data folder, which you can use if you want to install it using a mod manager. Anyways, for now,
That's the sound of all the cheeks I'm not clapping.
Fallout 4 will be
Because this guy fucking has a period between each word. In our new installation of Fallout 4. It's like he's trying very hard not to have an accent or something. Like, bro, you're trying a little too hard. Hold on. I currently... Oh, dude, this fucking synthetic, like this fake silicone Q-tip thing is phenomenal. Holy shit. Like... Oh, that's great. That is great to itch the inner ear. I don't know why my fucking inner ears of all things have to be fucking itchy. It's very annoying. Alrighty. You ready for this? Have to re-download Fallout 4. So that's going to be fun. fucking... God, Steam, you're such garbage sometimes. It's not like... It's not recognizing the taskbar is open there, so it's... Ugh. Gross. It's still not doing it. What the frick? There it goes. Accept the friend request. Quest. It's still not doing it. Oh, what the fuck? Is all Windows doing it? This one's fine. I don't... No, it's not fine. It's only doing it on this monitor. Oh, Windows scaling, you're so cringe. Jesus. Why are there two fucking things in Windows Explorer running? What the hell? Restart. There it goes. Beautiful. Good things don't come easy. That's some bullshit that people tell you as an excuse for life being absolute trash. It's kind of like religion. Life sucks, so they have to make shit up to try and make you think it's better afterwards. It makes you a better person to have to work so hard. No, it fucking doesn't. Are you kidding me? Shitty people get on top all the time. They don't have to work hard for anything good. They just get it. Update required. Well, guess what, mother trucker? There is no update, so fuck you. Here, now I can install this. Put it... You know what? We're just going to put it on the same drive. Make things easy, I guess. And now we wait for that. I'm going to delete all my save files for it too, if I can find them. Okay, go ahead and yeah. Goodbye. I said goodbye, thought. There it goes. Alrighty, now we wait for that. And we already have some of the mods, I do believe. Oh, fucking cars. I'm gonna have to sift through and find which ones we actually need here. Of course not. They grew up believing that was the way to go. And now that they're retired, their bodies are too old and broken to do anything. Like, I want to fucking go on adventures now. I can work the rest of my life when I literally cannot move anymore. Or when going to the grocery store is a fucking workout. Then I'll sit in front of a computer for 10 hours a day and do work. Because at that point, what else am I going to do, right? But hey, that's the world we live in. And boy, won't they be pissed when they stop getting Social Security checks once King Trump comes in office. Because they're seeking to abolish all that shit. They don't realize what they're voting for. All they see is that some immigrants and black people won't get those benefits anymore, but they ignore the fact that they won't get them anymore either. Black roll, get a life? The fuck you talking about? The people who brag about being tax-paying citizens are the same ones who think they shouldn't be paying taxes. It's very ironic. Yeah, see that. He also said black roll. I don't know what the fuck he means by that. Black. I have Assassin's Creed Odyssey? 2020, Jesus Christ. Ark Survival Evolved. 400, almost through 400 gigabytes now? God damn, we need a new fucking hard drive just for Ark. I'm surprised I don't have more hours than that in this game. I played the shit out of this when it came out. Now it's just Chinese spyware. Astroneer. What's going on with this? Automated mass production protocol. That's cool. Last year I played it. Back for Blood. You could have been good. You could have been good. But unfortunately, it just felt different. What's going on the store page? How do you make money off of Ark? That doesn't make sense. Is your DLC? What the fuck is that? River of Blood? There's a DLC. There's 3 expansions already? And they're all shit, apparently. River of Blood is apparently good. Oh, boy. Oh. Devs didn't play tested this. Another abandoned live service game. Yeah. Because it's online only, that's right. I think I remember that. What a bummer. You finally had a modern Left 4 Dead and it ended up being this. What else is Turtle Rock up to? Nothing. That's it, I guess. Their debut game. Oof. Boneworks and Bone Lab. These are pretty fun VR games. Breakpoint. What's this? Ghost Recon. Oh, yeah. Okay. That fucking thing. grinding and then selling to noobs. Who would fucking pay money for that? That's weird. RuneScape, I understand, because like fucking party hats and shit that are worth like 20 million in game, people would pay real money for that because they're event items that you can't get anymore. I can understand that. RuneScape's been around long enough for me to understand the value behind some of that collector shit, I guess. But Ark, really? There's nothing like that in Ark, as far as I know. $35 gigs. That's just the base game. That's not the DLC, I don't think. Well, this is going to be a while. Is it raining? A little bit. Let's see. Not too bad. Got a little storm down yonder. Fucking Lakeland, Brandon area is getting fucked up at the moment. Damn. Let's go to National Radar. National Gaydar. What's going on? What's going on up here, huh? Look at you, fucking no rainwater having ass. Damn. That sucks. I'll zoom in real good. Right here, ready? Where are you? Kentucky's getting a lot of rain. Tennessee is. Big old storm heading to Connecticut. New York. Here's Long Island. Here's Manhattan right here. Central Park. Central Park. See if I can find my own town I used to live in. Let's see. There's Willimantic. It's pretty close to this area. North Windham, Chaplin. My dad used to work there. It's a small town. What is it showing me? County lines? It's showing me county lines. There's Brooklyn, Ashford. There it is. Eastford, right here. That's where I used to live. There's the elementary school. More specifically, I lived right here. What is this? Lake Bigelow Hollow right here? That's Crystal Pond. Where's Bigelow Hollow? Is it up here? Is it this one? Wait, is it in Union? That's Moshapog. There we go. Bigelow Pond. Bigelow Hollow right there. Used to go there all the time. In Texas, I lived down over yonder. There's Denton, Texas, Sherman. Lived around this area. A little north, I think. Small town called Bells. Denison. Yeah, we were like right up here somewhere. There it is right here. Bells, Texas. Yeah, we weren't that far away from Dallas. I lived in New Mexico for a while too. I forget what the city was. Los Alamos, that's actually what it is. Holy shit. Damn. Wow. As soon as I saw that name, I just gotta fucking... This is where I broke my foot, and now I have one toe that does not grow. State of emergency for drought? What an L. He made $3K in 2 weeks. Damn. Don't show the IRS. Because the IRS knows about that. He made $1K in 2 weeks. Remember, for some reason, if you make money on your own, you get taxed 50% instead of 20 or whatever it is. That doesn't make any fucking sense, does it? I'm a working man, but the government taxes me more because I don't work for a corporation. Isn't that fun? Alright, let's fucking bust this bitch open real quick. Suck my wiener. There we go. It always does 1440p. That's cringe. Bokeh depth of field. Well, if I have to have it on. Motion blur, lens, rain occlusion, wetness, screen place reflections. That's all fine. God rays off. That shit kills performance. Absolutely kills it. HBO Plus, definitely that. Alright. Paying taxes in general. It still does make sense. The problem is where the tax money is being rerouted to. They talk about cutting taxes for this and that. It's like, you're not cutting taxes, you're cutting funding. The taxpayers are still paying the same amount. The congressmen are just pocketing more of it now. Because God forbid we have an educated country. Because they all know educated people don't vote Republican, so they can't have that. For the most part, anyway. My mouse is stuck. There we go. 3 cheers for the Wanderers. We've added the new weapons apparel to the common hunt wealth. I mean, shit. All of this is supposed to be gone. But okay. Critter-Rooney sandwich. Okay, now I have to do this downgrader. Let's do that. Fuck it. You know what? If my Steam account gets stolen, I can get it back pretty easy, I think. Well, it's not there anymore. Yes, I would like to do this process manually. That's neat. Little Steam console there. Damn, okay, so I have to download a bunch of different files. This is going to take a while. I have to go one at a time. The 10 largest companies or to pay their face share. Yeah, we've been hearing that shit for fucking decades. It's never gonna happen. Just like how the Supreme Court is bought and paid for by Russia, which is somehow, I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. Those guys get $500,000 a year. The fuck they doing? Taking bribes. They make enough money. I don't understand. I don't think I ever will. Sunsoft? What's this? I don't give a shit. Let's check this out.
This is the all-new 2024 Ducati Hypermotard 698 Mono. And look, from the promotional videos and the press launch, we certainly know that it can definitely do the crazy supermoto track thing. But what it's got me wondering is at £10,995 starting price, is it actually an interesting alternative to like a regular sporty naked bike for the road?
Hell no.
On paper, it certainly looks like it should be a lot of fun. And so in this video, we'll take it for a spin to go through all the pros and cons to find out.
I have to watch it like this or YouTube will get really upset.
Now we've got to start off by talking about this engine, the new Super Quattro Mono, which is effectively one of the cylinders from the V-twin in the 1299 Panigale. As such, you've got some very over square dimensions, so the bore is much wider than the stroke is long, and typically what you'll find with that sort of engine is that it makes most of its power at the top end.
Excuse me? What the fuck is this? Ducati? Really? This is a $12,000 motorcycle out the door, and you got this fucking dashboard on there? Really? Really?
At the sacrifice of some bottom end and torque. So yeah, you'll see it revs up to 10,000 RPM, and one of the benefits of that is that it makes quite decent peak power. Woo! So 77.5 horsepower, which for a 698 single is pretty impressive, and actually makes it, according to the Ducati press release, the most powerful production single-cylinder bike ever made. Now, 77.5 horsepower might not sound like a great deal if you put it in the context of, you know, general road bikes, but keep in mind, this is a supermoto, so it's pretty slim, pretty light.
I want those pants,
for most riders,
but they don't make them in fat man sizes.
It's gonna feel like enough.
Now, perhaps the more seasoned supermoto rider might enjoy that immediate bottom-end punch that you get more so from something like the KTM 690. But I think for the rest of us, especially if you're considering this as a road bike, then actually having a little bit of softness, lowering the revs, might be beneficial.
Fuck no. You kidding me? Get that torque down low, bro. Hydrogen? No. Kawasaki and Hyundai have been trying the hydrogen thing for a minute now. It ain't going nowhere. Ooh. What, this one?
Did the United States sabotage their own rifles in Vietnam?
No.
Yes, 100%. Here is Congress's subcommittee outright saying that they did and referring to their behavior as, quote, unbelievable. And here is where they directly call out the Army for criminal negligence. So, thanks for clicking on the video. The United States government knowingly set up their own rifles for failure, resulting in the deaths of countless American lives. But why? And that is what I want to
Why?
talk about today. What could possibly
Black.
have been worth ruining the reputation of not only the military and the lives of countless servicemen
Black.
and families, but seemingly sabotaging your own war effort? What could possibly have been worth it? In other words, hello everybody, and welcome to the M16 Conspiracy. This story has been a kind of urban legend for as long as I can
That's
remember.
dumb.
So I decided to finally sit down and read about it, and it's way worse than I ever imagined. So if I have to be filled with the terrible knowledge that the people that are supposed to protect us actually hate us, then you do too. Because if I have any psychic damage, I'm passing it on. That's how it works around here. So why did the United States government sabotage their own rifles? Well, to understand that, we need to learn some history. And to start, we need to talk about the U.S. Army Ordnance Department and Springfield Armory. Now, to make it clear right now, neither of these organizations that I'm going to talk about are indicative of their modern-day counterpart. The Army Ordnance Department is now the Army Ordnance Corps and does different things, mostly with like bomb disposals and whatnot, and Springfield Armory isn't even the same company. It's a completely unrelated business that just has the same name. I'm talking about the versions of these entities that existed before Vietnam. Also, I'm kind of oversimplifying by just saying words like the Ordnance Department and Springfield. This extends to a ton of different leaders and branches within the military itself. It involves people in research and development teams. It involves people in the top brass of Army infrastructure. So just know when I'm talking about either entity, especially the Army Ordnance.
Yeah. Get to it.
Destroyed, leaving Springfield Armory as the primary source for United States Ordnance. This goes right in hand with the U.S. Army Ordnance. While they were officially founded as a part of the U.S. Army in 1812, their actual history goes back to like pre-American early colonial times, as there were always departments within the New World interested in procuring and retaining new kinds of weaponry. Naturally, this department goes hand in hand with Springfield, the location that did a lot of the physical procuring and retaining of weaponry. Typically, Springfield Armory would research and develop new weapons that the Ordnance Department would then choose to adopt for the military. And as you can imagine, considering both of these entities had been doing this side by side for decades and decades, there was a lot of cronyism built up. If there was ever a new development in firearms or weapons technology at the private business level, immediately the Army would stick their noses up at it. Famously, during the Civil War, Union General James Ripley opposed Lincoln's idea of incorporating repeating rifles into the military, saying they'd be too complicated and probably unholy or something, opting instead to continue to have their soldiers using muskets where you have to physically pour the powder and the bullet down the gun itself, resistant to the change of a self-contained cartridge. That was, of course, until Springfield comes up with a self-contained cartridge. And then eventually, when the progress becomes too much to turn a blind eye to, they have Springfield make a version of it, and then it's okay to adopt. This did result in some funny moments in history, like, for example, when Springfield developed the American bolt-action rifle, the 1903 Springfield, they realized that they had stolen the patent design for the bolt-action from Mauser, a German manufacturing company. So Springfield, and ergo the United States, agreed to pay out Mauser for the copyright infringement, an amount which was paid off over the course of World War I. So as we were at war with Germany, we were paying them for the copyright infringement of their rifle design. Over the years, whenever it came time for the United States to develop a new rifle, Springfield would always be the one to find the contract. And that's not to say Springfield was completely devoid of good ideas or inventions. For example, John C. Garand, the developer of the Garand rifle, worked at Springfield and deserved the contract at the time. But it's not like the government was looking that far outside of Springfield's offerings. During World War II, Garand's design of the M1 Garand, or just M1 rifle, was the standard issue for United States forces. At the beginning of World War II, it was state-of-the-art and far outclassed the bolt-action rifles that were standard of a lot of other armies involved in World War II. But by the end of the war, it was quickly becoming dated. However, over the course of the war, a lot of nations, especially Germany, had developed new kinds of firearm. One of the most advanced by the end of the war being Germany's STG-44, the first assault rifle. The assault rifle used a smaller round when compared to its full rifle counterparts. This round would often be called an intermediate cartridge. This new sort of middle ground ammo allowed for the soldier to carry a lot more ammunition, and for the weapon itself to be a lot lighter. Gone were the days of standing several hundred yards apart in fields and shooting at each other. Now there was room-to-room fighting, building clearing, rushing through the streets. The agility and fire output of the individual soldier seemed to now be paramount, and Russia took no time learning this. This one specifically is a modern version, but the AK-47 quickly became the go-to rifle of the Soviets and their allies. And needless to say, 30 rounds in a lightweight full-auto platform is a far cry from the 8 single-shot rounds of the military's current issued gun. So the Army needs to change, and of course, they want Springfield to do it. Now, there's two main sources that I want to thank for the information from here on out. For one, Ian of Forgotten Weapons for not only supplying data for this video, but continuing to fuel my absurdly expensive hobby as a whole. And also James Fallow's 1981 article in The Atlantic for not only helping with the timeline of events, but interviewing a lot of the people who were involved in the cases I'm going to talk about, and for being angry through the whole thing, which I feel is fitting given what we know now. So the United States is looking for a new rifle. Really, all of NATO is looking for a new rifle. And one of the early agreements that NATO comes
There we go. 12 minutes of intro.
Bullet, rifle, whatever they develop, they're all going to use the same ammo. See, World War II was often a logistical nightmare. If you had British, French, and American allies in a region, then you had to send 3 different nation-specific ammo to each of those groups, and then within the individual squads, there would be like 5 different weapons platforms you have to accommodate for. So NATO agrees to standardize on one kind of ammo, and then furthermore, the United States says they want all of their individual weapons rolls, from personal defense weapons to carbines to full auto support weapons to individual rifleman rifles to be the same gun. And while you might hear all of that and think it absurd, that's pretty much what the AR-15 does now, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So first of all, NATO has to decide on what this new universal bullet's going to be. The majority of the Europeans want to go with some kind of 270 cartridge, because something that became apparent during World War II is it doesn't matter if someone gets shot with a really big bullet or a normal size bullet, they still got shot. And as long as someone
That's
is out
true.
of the fight, that's all that matters.
That's why the 5.56 is so popular, which is just a very fast 22.
Or Britain's .303 British round were comparatively heavy, and most of NATO was looking to downsize. That is, of course, except for the United States. The United States wanted to keep a .30 caliber bullet, just like the .30-06 that the M1 Garand used during World War II. Why? Because that's the way that they've done it. So because America has the most weight in the room and can kind of throw around wherever they want, NATO agrees to go along with a new .30 caliber cartridge. And the cartridge that comes out is the .308, also known as 7.62x51 NATO. .308 being in reference to its imperial diameter, and
That's what the M1 Garand shoots.
being in reference to its metric diameter. So
Pretty
NATO's
popular
decided
round
to
even
go
now.
with its .30 caliber standard issue round. Everyone else begrudgingly makes the weapons they were developing in some .270 caliber now into the new .308 caliber. And in the United States, who gets the offer to make a new .308 rifle other than Springfield?
Their mom. Oh shit, I was wrong.
Springfield
Damn.
are told what we have right now is outdated, and we need you to make a new one in .308. So the Army Ordnance Department is supposed to oversee whatever Springfield's new rifle is going to be. Or I'm sorry, they're supposed to oversee whoever is most qualified and has the best option. It's not like there weren't any other good options available, like the G3, the FAL. The FAL, by the way, which was only converted over to .308 because we said we wanted everything to be .308. And sure, while there's benefits to adopting a rifle that country makes, it seems that the military wasn't going to adopt anything unless it had the word Springfield on it. So Springfield is told to replace this, and they eventually do by inventing this. The M14 is effectively a kind of sort of modernized by about 10 years M1 Garand.
It's a box fed M1 Garand, basically.
Progress, but only 10% progress. When I remove the magazine from the M14, it's really easy to see. These two are like identical. Some stuff was certainly changed, like for example the gas system was adapted, and some stuff within the action itself was changed based on experimental M1 Garand designs, and of course it has a 20-round box magazine, which is a big step up from the 8-round stripper clips that the Garand had. That being said, for all other intents and purposes, it's a big M1 Garand. This gun is very heavy, and also, if you haven't noticed, it's made of wood. See, the M14 had core design issues as well. See, the wooden stock, especially in humid conditions like, I don't know, the jungle, would have a habit of swelling and cracking. And this, considering your barrel and other internal mechanisms is lined within the wood, is not good. Plus, due to the rifle's construction and high caliber, on fully automatic, it was near impossible to control. Not only would it beat the brakes off the guy shooting it, but after the third shot, it might as well be an anti-aircraft rifle.
Okay, so...
Okay. Really? Dude? Hold on a second. Take notes, Call of Duty. This is what recoil looks like. Your gun doesn't immediately snap up 90 degrees to the sky.
Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to another video on ForgottenWeapons.com. I'm Ian McCall. Okay, so...
It bounces around a lot. But he ain't fucking taking out a satellite just from firing a 3-round burst. That's what I hate about fucking
I'm going to say the rumors are true. This is really a lot of a handful of gun.
The M14 was a step up from the M1 Garand, but it was just a single step, not a leap or bound by any means. And most importantly, it says made by Springfield on the back, so the U.S. Army Ordnance Department adopted it right away. The rifle was officially adopted as the primary American weapon in 1957 and went into production in 1959. And then almost immediately, the M14 was having problems. See, Springfield Armory was never the sole manufacturer of the weapons that the military had. Instead, Springfield would have the patent and then delegate construction. The two main companies that did the physical rifle production for the military were Winchester and H&R. By 1964, those two companies, as well as Springfield, had produced over 1.3 million rifles. And while the Springfield rifles were performing okay, the others, not so much. Due to poor quality control, the rifle seemed to be jamming, it was having pieces malfunction, a lot of parts had to be replaced. And quickly, this rifle became unpopular with soldiers. Not only because of the malfunctions mentioned earlier, but also this is really heavy. Ask anyone who's ever been in the military. You spend a lot more time carrying the gun than you do actually using it.
That's true.
Springfield and the Army
It's like hunting.
were content to keep that rifle until they were
And ammo is super fucking heavy.
We're looking for other options.
And 308 is a big boy round.
The name of Eugene Stoner. Remember how early
There he is. The man, the myth, the legend.
military held trials to see what new .308 caliber weapon would be the standard issue rifle?
Come out with a
Well, while they, of
5.56.
course, went with Springfield, one of the weapons at that initial trial in 1957 was the AR-10. The AR-10 was developed by Eugene Stoner. Eugene Stoner worked for a company called Fairchild Aircraft. Fairchild Aircraft was, as described...
Fairchild? I don't know why. That's such a cool name to me.
One of the divisions under this
Fairchild.
company was known as Armalite, a division dedicated to small arms research and development, with Eugene Stoner being one of the leaders at the helm of it. Eugene Stoner and the other researchers at Armalite decided that instead of these huge metal and wood rifles...
See that 1950s suppressor there on that big ass AR-10?
similar to
Jesus.
how they would an airplane. And what if instead of creating a lot of heavy mechanisms within the weapon to work it, why not just make it work off of the pressure and direction of the gases naturally created when a bullet fires? So they develop a prototype using the military's new round, the .308, and as mentioned, the military looks it over. But Stoner and other engineers continue to think, what if the .308 is still the wrong direction? What if the Europeans, as well as the data we have from World War II, is correct, and a smaller bullet would be more effective? So they downsized the AR-10 into the Armalite Rifle 15, or AR-15, along with the help with designers like Jim Sullivan. Eventually, Fairchild would make budget cuts and could no longer sustain the Armalite branch of research and development, so Armalite would sell the patent of their rifle to Colt under the name of AR-15. Meaning that while Colt can manufacture the rifle and name it whatever they want, or whatever the military designates it as, or what have you, the designation for the rifle is still AR-15. The first models that Colt would develop would be designated the Colt 601 and look something like this. Ignore the little 3-time carry handle scope. I have that up there because I think it's cool. Because of this rifle's construction, when fully loaded, again with 20 rounds, just like the M14, it weighs about half as much. That's due in large part to the construction of aluminum and plastic as opposed to the hard steel and wood of the M14. Not only that, but the AR-15
aluminum doesn't last as long.
lower than the .270 caliber suggested by European nations, and instead went for a .22 caliber round.
There we go.
Previously, .22 caliber rounds had only been used for small game or varmint hunting.
Yeah.
Designers realized that the lightweight round, when packed with a comparably low amount of powder, have the same velocity as their larger counterparts.
That's true.
In a much smaller package. What that means is you can get comparable accuracy and distance while still being able to hit your target. Again, one of the primary concerns in rifle manufacturing at the time.
Distance, not so much, but
ammo. Which when we see the difference between the AR-15's round and the M14's round, it's not hard to see why soldiers preferred carrying the former. And in early
And even that little round is
flooded.
really
In
heavy
1958, the buzz around
for
the rifle
ammo.
got to be
It's
so much
way heavier than
the
you'd
U.S.
think.
Army Ordnance Department held a series of 3 tests for the rifle. And the findings for it were glowing across the board. The rifle was incredibly reliable, had a good cyclic rate, soldiers enjoyed
Now I want
shooting it.
another rifle.
They even found through ballistic testing that the lighter round had a tendency to cause a lot of damage to flesh because whenever it hit a material, the round would begin to tumble as opposed to the larger caliber rifles that would cut straight through. So the concerns about the round being too small to hurt anyone seem to be negated. In the modern age, we know that the tumbling isn't so much because of the bullet's weight, but mostly because of the copper-jacketed ammo being used, but I digress. Everyone who reviewed this rifle said that the military should immediately think about adopting it, to which the military responded, no. Or more specifically, the Army Ordnance Department responded, no. The most they would say is perhaps in the future something of this kind could be considered, and that's about it. Well, that was all that was heard about the AR-15 for a couple years until in 1962 when Air Force Chief of Staff Curtis LeMay wanted to take another look at the gun. See, the Air Force doesn't need a ton of rifles. Most of it's like security positions and whatnot. And as I mentioned, soldiers were tired of the M14. And LeMay had fired the AR-15 himself and loved it and decided it should be brought on as the Air Force's standard issue weapon. The Army Ordnance Department opposed, saying that it was dumb for one branch to adopt a rifle that the other branches didn't, but LeMay basically gave them the middle finger and said that if they're not going to get with the times, then he is.
Good thing for that he did, too.
The AR-15 as their standard issue rifle, ordering 8,500 of them and 8.5 million rounds of ammunition in 1962. The Air Force adopting their own rifle turned a lot of heads within the government, one of those heads being the Department of Defense. See, by 1962, we weren't full bore into Vietnam yet, but we were allied with the Vietnamese Republic forces, and a lot of people kind of felt that a war was coming. So the DoD wanted to begin testing these weapons. One of the ways they did that is by sending 1,000 of them to our allies in Vietnam to see what they thought of them. Once again, all the reports came back glowing. Out of 1,000 rifles, some of which were fired 80,000 times, only 2 had to have any kind of repair. That's not even good. That's like remarkable. I mean, how many things could you just invent and then
I don't know who Curtis LeMay is.
1,000 of them, you only have 2 issues. By 1962, it was suggested that all of our Vietnamese allies be armed with an AR-15, but it was turned down because, again, they didn't want to be using different ammo in combat zones, yada, yada, yada. But the glowing reports caused the Ordnance Department to be ordered to once again test out the AR-15. Could you imagine how angry the Ordnance Department is at this gun by this point? Like, they have their whole little thing going on where, you know, they have like a gun issue, and then they play this whole charade with Springfield where they're like, which one am I going to pick? And they always pick Springfield's, right? And this is now the 3rd time they're forced to look at one of these. So in 1962, they hold another test for the weapon. And like, they're running out of things bad to say about it. One of the things they listed as an issue was it had, quote, poor pointing and firing at night, whatever that means, and also that it did poorly at material penetration at distance compared to the M14, which, duh. Everyone understands that the round is slightly smaller. It's not supposed to be a full-length rifle round. That's kind of the whole point. But regardless, Army Ordnance said that they are not adopting it until something better comes along. Or in other words, until Springfield finds a way to make one. However, regardless of what Army Ordnance says, everyone who picks up one of these loves it. Eventually, the Green Beret want to try it out. When the U.S. Special Forces request to have AR-15s, the Army Ordnance immediately shuts it down. This works its way so high up on the chain of command that it gets to President Kennedy's desk. Kennedy and his Secretary of Defense, Robert McNamara, for the boys, it's the nerdy guy from 5. The 2 of them sign off that the Green Beret should be allowed to run the AR-15, and guess what? Just like in every other case, they love it. But the gun's controllable on full auto, it's lightweight, you can maneuver it much easier. Basically, once again, the Chad AR-15 has blown the Virgin M14 out of the water. As
Virgin.
Green Berets love it so
M14
much
is like your
that McNamara
fucking
thinks to himself,
40-year-old uncle with a massive schlong. What do you
every
mean?
person we give this gun to says it's the best thing since sliced bread. What is with the Army ordinance saying it's bad every time they test it? So Secretary of the Army Cyrus Vance, at the behest of McNamara, decides to have an investigation into why this thing was rejected, where they find out that not only were the people within Army ordinance biased, they were straight up rigging the game. The M14 selected for the operations were match grade. They were carefully inspected, everything checked out to make sure they were good to go, and the AR-15s being tested were grabbed from the bottom of a box. Same goes with the ammo.
This is happening in Congress right now. Old guys refuse to let go and get with the times.
During the investigation, it was found that there were meetings of the head
Because
of
if it worked for them, it'll work for you.
as to how they could rig the game. And then in their logged minutes, I don't know how people don't check this, in their logged minutes of what was said during the meeting, someone can be quoted as saying, only include the evaluations of those tests that will reflect adversely on the AR-15 rifle. This finding made everyone furious. The Pentagon, Department of Defense, McNamara, all of them were like, okay, show's over, you had your fun, you're taking this rifle now, this is the new rifle, like it or not, grow up. It was also around this time that things in Vietnam were heating up, like mid-1963, and the Army Ordinance was made for procurement of rifles across the entire armed services. Now, out of everything I'm saying so far, that sounds like a bad idea, but like I'm talking about one narrow view of weapons development and history at the time. There's a lot of other factors that made it a good decision, at least as McNamara viewed it, to do everything through a single source. So imagine that you are the U.S. Army Ordnance. You have had this cool thing going for a while where you kind of get to pick the rifle and people don't really tell you what to do, but now you have been told what to do and you're supposed to do this. So maybe most people would think, if you can't beat them, join them, you know, get over it, accept it. But if you're the Army Ordnance Department, you think, if you can't beat them, make sure everyone loses. And here is where we get into the sabotage. And to explain it properly, I have to first explain how this thing works. So, bullets set at the top of the magazine inside of the chamber here. There is a bolt within the gun that picks up a round, pushes it into the chamber, and when the trigger is pulled, the round goes off, creating an explosion within this chamber. When an explosion goes off, the bullet has nowhere else to go than out the front of the barrel. The gases are traveling in the same direction before they're caught by the gas block up here. The gas is then diverted through the gas block, through the gas tube. You can see it through the handguard, it's a little silver bar in there. They come through the gas tube and then smack the top of this bolt carrier. The gases hit this little gas key on top of the carrier, grab the carrier, and cause the system to go backwards. This resets the hammer, picks up the next round, and that happens about 750 times a minute when you're holding down the trigger. It's a remarkably simple and efficient design without a lot of moving parts. It's what's known as a direct impingement system, which means the gas impinges directly on the bolt itself. Even though, if we're being technical, this isn't a direct impingement system because it doesn't hit the bolt, it hits the bolt carrier and the gas key, meaning this is more of an internal piston system, but direct impingement, sure. The primary reason it's such an efficient and reliable design is because the whole weapon system is sealed. Not only can you walk around with a dust cover to prevent debris from getting inside of the action, but with a mag in the gun, unless something physically falls down the front of the barrel, there's no way for something to get inside of this and mess up the action.
That's not true.
Now, what this system also means...
You can get into the mag well just fine.
Think about it.
It's not that tight.
A lot of pressure being created around here at the moment of an explosion.
Dirt and shit will get in that.
1,000 psi. That pressure causes the casing of the ammo to swell up enough that it makes a seal for everything to go out. But then, when the pressure goes down enough, it's just enough for the casing to decompress, to be pulled back out of the gun by the extractor and allow the system to reset. That means the timing of where the gas block is on the barrel to the timing of how your spring in the stock pushes the bolt back forward to the timing of what kind of pressure of ammo you're using to the timing of the tube itself and everything else. There's so many different factors that go into making this a well-machined piece.
I'm so excited.
All of that to say, if you randomly change something on it, something bad's probably going to happen. So the Army Ordnance is forced to adopt this gun they don't want to, and the first thing they do is start making changes to it. The first one they make's pretty minor. The AR-15, which, by the way, this specific one is an SP-1. It's a model Colt made after the war to look like their early Colt 601 prototypes, which is like the earliest AR-15, at least that Colt made. So this is a pretty accurate demonstration as I explain this, because this is pretty close to the model that the Ordnance Department had a ton of problems with. The first thing they did was change the twist rate of the barrel. So the way rifles work is as the bullet is traveling out of the gun, there's what's called rifling in the barrel that causes the bullet to twist, and because the bullet is now flying in a spiral, it's more accurate. The original AR-15 had a 1 in 14 inch twist, which is absurdly high compared to modern age, but this was the 60s. What 1 in 14 means is every 14 inches, the bullet has made one complete rotation. So the higher your number is, like 1 in 20, means that the bullet is spinning less, whereas a smaller number, like 1 in 5, means that the bullet is doing a full spin every 5 inches. There's a balance to be found with this because depending on how fast your bullet is going, there's only so much you can make it spin before it comes out. But according to Army Ordnance, when firing the gun in Arctic conditions, the bullet performed poorly, which I don't know how much I trust that based on everything else they've done with the testing, but they moved it from a 1 in 14 inch twist to a 1 in 12, which isn't that big of a deal. The second change they made to it was much more severe. So again, the way this gun works is you have the bolt inside and all the stuff happens with the gas to make the gun cycle, right? Well, to initially load the weapon, because there's not a bullet going off to make the bolt move around, you grab the charging handle back here and pull, and that's what causes your bolt to move. So if you're ever in a position where you need to grab a hold of the bolt itself doesn't have anything physical you can manipulate, but you can grab this charging handle and it does the same thing. Because there is a giant spring in the stock that is pushing the bolt back forward. So you always have that tension to work off of. Say for example, your bolt gets stuck back here, like maybe it's dry and it's having trouble going back forward. Well, you can just grab this, pull it back a bit more and let go, and it flies forward for you. The Ordnance Department said this was unacceptable because every other rifle they've used has a way to physically grab the bolt and ram it forward. Everyone said this was a bad idea. The Air Force said in all of their testing there was never an issue that would be solved by ramming the bolt forward. Eugene Stoner said it was a horrible idea, and the Ordnance Department, as you could imagine, ignored everyone and told them to put something on it that lets them push a button to make the bolt go forward. As you can see on the side of this rifle, this whole part over here is bare. It's just like, smooth. Whereas after the original Model 601, every AR-15 would have this, a completely useless hole in the side of it known as a forward assist. The forward assist is exactly what it looks like. It is this awkward button off the right side of the gun that is made just in case your bolt gets stuck somewhere. You can push the button and
I've actually had to use that on my rifle before. It's useful.
Forward in like little increments, which for one is only viable in a very, very rare scenario. And two, and more importantly, if for some reason you can't get your bolt to go forward, you probably shouldn't try to force it to go forward. These things tend to explode, that's kind of the whole point. Maybe ramming whatever is in the way into the chamber with the bullet is a bad idea. Some people have suggested the reason the Ordnance Department did this is so soldiers could have a psychological knowledge that if they need to touch the bolt, they can, which, what? The forward assist can never solve a problem that pulling it back and letting go couldn't also solve. I have fired over 100,000 rounds out of
that is also true.
In my life, and I have
just
never
slam the bolt closed
outside of a bit. However, it was the third change to the AR-15 that would prove disastrous not only to the reputation of the Ordnance Department and the rifle itself, but to many of the soldiers who carried it. See, when the AR-15 was being developed, like I said, it was very finely tuned to the amount of pressure, to the kind of ammo, etc. The kind of powder that the AR-15 was designed for was the IMR 4475. It was a pretty basic, modern-made powder that was designed by DuPont and then sent to Remington, who made the actual ammunition. Without consulting anyone, the Army Ordnance...
Man, DuPont has their hands in everything, eh?
IMR 4475 to the O&M ball powder. Ball powder is called that because, quite literally, when magnified, the powder looks like these tiny spheres. Why did the Army Ordnance decide to change to O&M for seemingly no reason? That's right, money. O&M had been the primary contractor for the military's powder.
It's always money.
In World War II. And O&M had a ton of this ball powder that was used in things like artillery during World War II. So Army Ordnance just tells them to repurpose that for the new Armalite rifle, and what could go wrong? Well, a lot of things could go wrong. For one, the O&M powder had a much larger chamber PSI compared to the previously used IMR powder. As a matter of fact, according to Jim Sullivan, one of the guys who designed the AR-15, it was 10,000 more PSI than the rifle had been originally tested with.
At the same time, the ordnance system was changing the powder. Well, they should have recognized immediately that the thing was firing way too fast. They were getting all kinds of problems, torn rims on the cartridges.
I think we should point out for people who don't recognize what that change in powder did was change the pressure curve.
Yeah, right.
It increased the gas pressure at the gas plant.
It increased to 10,000 psi. It was a tremendous increase. And the rate of fire went from 750 up to around 900. And the gun couldn't fire to that rate. It just didn't work.
This does
Yeah, that's a lot of fucking pressure. Holy shit.
Much bigger than what the rifle is tuned for. This causes extra wear and damage to all of the parts the explosion encounters. On top of that, because again the explosion is greater, you're throwing the bolt back into the gun at greater speeds. This means internally everything is flying around faster and leading to more malfunctions. A common malfunction seen out of the weapon during this time is that the rim of the brass casing, the part that the extractor grabs onto to pull the old casing out of the gun, would get completely ripped off. Meaning the only way to now unjam the gun is to shove something down the barrel to knock the old casing out. Remember how I said the AR-15 would fire full auto at about 750 rounds per minute? Well, with this new powder, it was getting more like 900 rounds per minute, with some reports saying that it reached 1,000. That's not good if your rifle is firing 25% faster than it was designed for. Something's probably going wrong. Another issue with this new powder is that it burns slower. While relative to our perception, most modern smokeless powder probably seems instantaneous, right? You pull a trigger and the whole bang goes off at once. Well, keep in mind, within a fully automatic rifle, everything is happening within micro instants of each other. So even if the powder is continuing to ignite and burn a few thousandths of a second longer than it typically does, well, that means a lot of the parts internally on the gun could be moved around, and that could cause unforeseen side effects. One of those being the powder would continue to burn after the bolt had moved back from the chamber. Basically, your gun is beginning to cycle as the powder's still burning, meaning your gas key, the gas tube, all this area that normally isn't exposed to burning powder is now exposed to that, which, as you could imagine, causes corrosion, causes damage, causes all sorts of problems. Now, if all of these things happened in a vacuum, we could see it as just negligence, right? If the military adopted a new rifle and then wanted some changes to make it like the old ways, and then used powder they had lying around, we could understand, as long as they understand the issues as they come to light, right? I mean, even if you're going to use the old powder because you refuse to spend money on new powder, accommodate the rifle for that. There are two acts of deception on the Army Ordnance's part that cannot be overlooked. For one, the AR-15 spec sheet. So the Army Ordnance approves the AR-15 for early military testing, like in the field testing, under the designation of the XM16E1. The X meaning experimental, again saying it's not officially adopted yet, it's just in the early phases of experimentation. The spec sheet for the XM16E1, spec sheets are effectively like base standards for military weaponry. Like if you're going to have a different company make a gun, or if there's going to be some standard the rifles have to meet, the Ordnance Department would set what that standard is. In the spec sheet that the Army Ordnance created, it says that the rifle must have a muzzle velocity of 3,250 feet per second, and it has to have a PSI of 52,000. Now earlier I said that chamber pressures within ARs are like 50,000 because that's what they are in the modern sense, with some changes to ammo and stuff we'll talk about later. That was not what the AR-15 was during this stage of testing. It was more like 40,000. Plus, the AR-15 never fired at 3,250 feet per second. It fired at more like 3,100 feet per second, at least in all of the early trials. So why did the Army Ordnance create this seemingly incorrect spec sheet? Well, because that's how the gun performs when it's loaded with O&M powder. Like I said earlier, the O&M powder causes a higher pressure amount in the gun, again contributing to the higher fire rate and stuff like that, and it, at the same time, pushes out the bullet about 150 feet per second faster, which is a cool idea in isolation, but not when it causes all the malfunctions I talked about earlier.
And it's a negligible difference,
now,
too.
Since that was the official spec sheet, no one could go back to the IMR ammo. Think about that. The gun is developed with ammo from basically your friends or the company you've worked with a while, their competitor. So you take in that ammo and then you take in your buddies that runs a bit hotter and you make the baseline what your buddies is so that the competition gets canceled out. As you can imagine, they didn't tell Eugene Stoner or anyone else who helped develop the rifle about them changing the powder until it already happened. And then according to Eugene Stoner, a representative came to him and asked if they should switch the powder. And Stoner says no, and the guy's like, well, we already did it. Eugene Stoner said, so why are you asking me now? And he said, I would have felt better if you had approved of the package. And Stoner said, well, now we both don't feel so good. Because Stoner knows what happens when you load the wrong powder through the rifle. It's going to get people killed. And even more egregious than that is what the Army Ordnance did with Colt. In 1964, Colt was trying to produce rifles to the Army Ordnance specifications to try to make a big group order, but they were having a lot of issues. Colt said that when testing the rifles with the IMR ammo, there was a negligible amount of misfires. Pretty much never happened. Whereas with the ball powder, it was a 50% chance of failure. And in direct side-by-side full auto comparisons, the ball powder had 6 times the failure rate as the IMR powder. At one point, Colt was so desperate, they just had a trial where they said, okay, we're going to take a bunch of rifles and we're just going to see if we can get them to shoot below 850 rounds per minute. And 60% failed. So they go to Army Ordnance and say, this is absurd, we're not hitting any reliability standards with the ammo that you want to make this feet per second happen. It just can't be done. So the Army Ordnance tells Colt that they can use whatever powder they want to get the reliability data. So Colt runs the XM16 with all of this IMR powder to get its specs for how the rifle performs, and then sells it to Army Ordnance, who then promptly fills the ammo with the ball powder. 100%, no way to sugarcoat it, fraud. The government is looking for evidence that the guns they're sending overseas will not get their soldiers killed. So you switch the ammo when it's convenient for you in order to turn a profit, or at least turn a profit for your friends, and then when that powder isn't working, use the one you're supposed to be using and then switch back for the actual shipment. Now there's debate as to if Colt was culpable in this or not, because there is a chance that Colt was told, okay, fine, the powder's unreliable, just use the good stuff and then we'll switch over to that. So Colt runs the test at the behest of the Army because who are they to say otherwise, and all is well. I think they are because of something I'll talk about in the end, but I can tell you who 100% definitely knew better, and that's the Army Ordnance Department. To have that level of data that the guns are going to mess up, that someone is going to get hurt, and then to smudge the numbers so that you can get this contract through is diabolical. 330,000
It's the American way.
bought from Colt and shipped over.
We do it all the
under
time.
this pretense. And O&M was about 90% of all gunpowder that was in Vietnam during the war. So we outright have government officials turning a blind eye, doing whatever they can to turn a profit over and over again at the behest of human lives. And what happened? Well, I mean, people died. See, the average American soldier had no idea this was going on. By 1965, when the conflict really kicked up, they liked the M16s to carry around because, again, compared to the M14, it was really lightweight and you could carry a lot more ammo. But every time an XM16E1 was taken into combat, there were problems. For one, another issue that I didn't mention up until now is during World War II in the Pacific Campaign, we saw that one of the biggest problems is that rifles that were just like on a soldier's shoulder or hanging out at camp or something like that would get water damage or would get like dirt or sand inside of the chamber, and that would cause corrosion, which would cause problems with the weapon. An easy fix for this is to chrome line the chamber. Chrome is very resistant to corrosion, and it is a very slick surface for material. So if you just chrome line the inside of the rifle's chamber, most of that corrosion will fix itself. The Army took a look at this offer and said, nah, that would cost money. And instead, knowing full well what could happen, because again, it happened before during World War II, just shipped them out to see how bad it could go. At the beginning of the war, in nearly every gunfight, there are dozens of accounts of soldiers dying due to jammed rifles. Stories of support elements arriving to see soldiers dead lying next to disassembled guns because the soldier was desperately trying to figure out what was wrong before they were shot.
When I got out to the battle forward area, there was a firefight with the VC. There were heavy concentrated fire from our side to the VC. There was 16s jamming a great deal. The men were putting up the best they could, but the 16 would keep jamming. They'd throw it down and try and grab another one. And another man would come by and pick this one up because his had also jammed.
What was causing the jamming of the M16s? Do you know?
It seems that the excessive firing through the 16 will cause it to jam after a certain period of time.
There was one story of, in the Marines, I believe, a soldier died because he wasn't even fighting. He just had a long ramrod, basically a stick. He was running up and down the firing line, unjamming everyone's rifles for them because he was the only one who had one. Oh yeah, that's something else I forgot to mention. None of the M16s were issued with cleaning kits. Straight up, they advertised the M16 as a self-cleaning rifle. In other words, by shooting the gun, it's going to clean out everything anyway, so there's no reason for you to keep up with it. Now, this is an absurd statement. However, there is some evidence that this might have come from Colt rather than the Army Ordnance. Because of the whole like sealed system I mentioned earlier, there are some like early taglines from Colt saying that any gunk around the chamber cleans itself when you fire the gun. So maybe that's where it comes from. But either way, the concept of not issuing cleaning equipment is insane, especially in the jungle. Like, sure, the system may be self-cleaning, but if you drop it
America
in, like, a river, water will get in. This actually didn't become that known to the public until
we don't spend money on the cannon fodder.
Into Vietnam to see what was wrong with all the guns. And two, soldiers began writing letters home to their family, asking their family to send them cleaning equipment from, like, their old hunting equipment they had growing up, and things like gun lube. Which, of course, made the families back home upset because why do they have to supply, you know, gun equipment that the military won't? And not to mention the number of people who it was already too late for by the time they found out what the jam was. Because if you're in the middle of a gunfight and your gun stops working, writing a letter home is not going to do a lot. Some of the investigators from Colt who went over to Vietnam to see what the problem was said that they would pick up barrels for inspection and they couldn't see through them. They were so fouled up with gunk because what would happen is the slower burning powder would stick to the inside of like the barrel and the gas tube, and then that would cause other debris to form, and then all of that would cause effectively erosion inside of the chamber. Basically not a good situation to throw an explosion into to see if the gun cycles. This became such an issue back home that in 1967, the House of Representatives appointed a committee to investigate everything I've talked about. The selected chairman of this committee was Representative Richard Eichert of Missouri. The full name of the 50-page document this subcommittee would produce is the Report of the Special Subcommittee on the M16 Rifle Program of the Committee on Armed Services House of Representatives, also known as the Eichert Report. In 1967, this investigation...
Did this hair change there? Am I smoking penis? Hold on a second.
the data I've mentioned. The Investigation Committee sends Earl Morgan to report on Armed Services House of Representatives. Also known
Oh,
as
I am smoking penis. Okay.
In 1967,
That was
the
weird.
Investigation Committee sends Earl Morgan to basically compile all the data I've mentioned up until now. Everything that was going on with the rifles, all the bias that showed up in trials. And they had a huge hearing where they had people from Army Ordnance come. They had Eugene Stoner come. Pretty much anyone who was involved with the project gave a testimony. Throughout the hearing, they questioned a lot of people from Army Ordnance who just gave circular answers to everything. When asked why they put a forward assist, they just said, because we were told to put a forward assist, and then they'd be asked, oh, who told you to? And they'd be like, we. Regarding the powder change, the quote from the committee said, the failure on the part of officials with authority in the Army to cause action to be taken to correct the deficiencies of the 5.56 ammunition borders on criminal negligence, which, while I appreciate their language, I would say it more than borders. I think it outright steps into. Also, in this report, they specifically call out O&M, saying the relationship between them and the government needs a second look. The subcommittee also calls out the gross use of military and business relationships, and effectively says this is a problem that never should have happened in the first place. The committee attempted to find some individual or person who could be blamed for wrongdoing, but as I've mentioned through this video, it's such a tangled web of, generals and people at companies and just an intricate series of shadow deals to make this happen, they couldn't really pin anyone down. The only person directly mentioned in the report is Nelson Lynn Jr. He was a general who approved the initial batch of XM16s to be bought from Colt, and then shortly after his retirement, he got a high-ranking position at Colt. This is what I meant earlier by I think Colt knew what was going on, because if the Ordnance Department had really betrayed them and caused so many people to get killed with their own rifles based on a lie, why would they hire that guy to a position as soon as the job position's open? But even then, while that almost definitely tells us there was some kind of handshake that happened behind the scenes, they can't outright accuse him of just getting a job somewhere. And other than that, there were no outward public examples of people getting favors for favors. At the end of the day, hundreds, if not thousands of Americans died, and there's no one to point a finger at. In the meantime, designers set about making the best of what they had and redesigning the AR-15, now the XM16, to survive in the field. The first thing they did was add the chrome chamber and chrome lined barrel as mentioned, which did help a lot with the damage and fouling within the barrel. Another thing that they changed was the buffer system. They changed the weight in it. The buffer's the part in the spring. Oh, I have the gun here. I can just show you. The buffer is the part back here in the stock that pushes the bolt back forward. They made it a different system so that it would more firmly clasp the bolt into place. One problem that was happening on full auto fire was something called bolt bounce, where basically there's not enough pressure keeping the bolt forward. So as the bolt flies forward, it quickly bounces back and forward for a second, which is fine when you're firing one at a time because you have time between shots for it to settle. But if you're on full automatic, that is almost definitely going to cause a misfire, or it's going to cause the hammer to drop and nothing to happen, meaning you have to re-rack, all kinds of problems. So the buffer change and chrome lining the interior basically meant that the M16, or XM16 at the time, was able to work off of the bad powder and other circumstances. There were also some other changes made when the A1 was adopted. Like, for example, on the original models, it was completely naked down here where the mag release and the dust cover are, meaning that you were likely to hit it on something and potentially drop your magazine. So beginning on the A1, they added these little lines around it to keep that from happening, known as fencing. In February of 1967, the XM16 with these improvements was reissued back out to the military as the M16A1. And as a testament to the rifle's design, it was able to put up with the poor conditions with a few adjustments. Adjustments that should have been figured out before it was ever sent over, but it cost a lot of blood because the government wanted to go about it the way that they did. In 1968, McNamara would shut down the Army Ordnance Department as well as the Springfield Armory. Now the actual location of the Springfield Armory is a historic site, and the Army Ordnance Department has been reformed into the Army Ordnance Corps, which, like I mentioned, is more bomb disposal and unrelated. And the people who did all the decision-making and bad decision-making for the government just kind of like faded out into other branches and bureaucracies. In 1974, a firearms manufacturer named Dennis Reese would buy the rights to the name Springfield Armory and make a new, unrelated gun brand off of the name of the Springfield Armory, which is the Springfield company you know now that has zero relation to the original Springfield Armory, again, besides the name. I know everything I've mentioned has been very critical of Springfield Armory in this video, like the old one, but you gotta remember publicly, these were the guys who designed all the rifles for the American soldiers throughout all of our finest moments in history. So the name has a lot of positive associations. I'm just a crazy conspiracy theorist. The first rifle this new Springfield Armory would go about making is a redesign of Springfield's M14, titling it the M1A. Kind of poetic, starting where the last one left off. Eventually, NATO would adopt the .223 round, renaming it to the metric version of 5.56 by 45 NATO. In 1970, the government's powder issue was worked out, they got better powder, and now the AR-15 design that used to look like this, now looks like this, and comes in all barrel lengths or manners you could imagine, and to this day is the standard rifle of our armed forces. And due to the AR-15's adaptability, the military's original dream of having the same gun be everything from a personal defense weapon.
Isn't it weird looking at that kit right there and you're looking at upwards of $4,000? This holographic sight right there, assuming it's a legit EOTech, is like $1,000 in itself.
To a squad support weapon.
Fucking gun shit is expensive.
It's just a shame that it took so many bodies for them to figure that
Owning
out.
lots of guns is like the redneck version of owning a bunch of cars for like a wealthy dude.
The M16 is, or how prone it is to
They're super fucking expensive.
Killed. And of course, who could blame them for the experience they had? Imagine being in a gunfight and seeing the same rifle jam over and over again. But what a lot of people don't realize is several of the names we scratch into monuments are only there because of other names we put badges next to. Most would agree that we should never have been in Vietnam in the first place, and most would also agree that if we're going to go there, the least we could do is try not to die. But in a time when it seems like the American soldier was despised by both the people he was fighting and the people he was in the land of and the people back home, he probably didn't think he was being despised by the people making his rifle either. But I've got news. In the beginning, I asked the question, why? Because sure, there's
money,
but why is something like this even allowed to come about in the first place? How can there be this many fail-safes fail that allow a bad decision to kill this many people? And the terrifying reality of all of it, of why Colt would allow this to happen, why government officials would allow this to happen, why the idea would even be dreamt up in the first place, is that it's just good business. And sure, while any one individual would never...
That's how it goes. When in doubt, money. If there's something that could be good but isn't, probably money. See him shoot the Thompson.
Okay, thanks for tuning in to another video on
what is this fucking audio?
Just feel of the gun. So, the fast one, the chopper. It's got a pretty darn fast rate of fire, but it's pretty controllable. It is over 11, 12 pounds with a loaded magazine, so one would hope that it's controllable. This actually, I think the Suomi is probably a little bit better for shooting than this guy, but this isn't bad. And that's an empty magazine in that one. All right, next up, we have a U.S. Navy property 2128 overstamp. This should be like 25% slower.
Can't really tell a difference.
It is.
Oh, there you go. That's a big difference.
The best, the nicest shooting. I'll be right back. It's my chopper, you see? It's a Chicago typewriter. I need my money, you see?
This is the higher fire rate. This is the slower one. Neat. Exactly why you'll never get into guns. Yeah. If I was rich, I'd probably have a lot of motorcycles, a decent amount of land, and quite a few guns, because I think they're cool. Like the Army's new service weapon, or Special Forces service weapon anyway, I think. Forgotten weapons. Spear. The Sig Spear. I have this pistol, sort of. I have the civilian version. That one is basically what I have, M18. Oh. Well, I pretty much have to re-download the whole game again, so until that gets done, I'm just going to stop streaming for now, because it smells like dinner's ready anyway, or it's going to be. I'll just come back once that's done and I get everything sorted out.